Hello, long time no see. Okay, so I just found some interesting news today, and I kind of want to showcase this to you guys. So you may be aware of the Ultimate RPG Kit. In case you guys don't know what the Ultimate RPG Kit is, think about it as the OG version of Ejiao's Evercyan, Chrism's RPG Kit. Basically, probably one of the coolest RPG, probably one of the most influential RPG kits that was out there at the time, back in 2014 and stuff like that. You may be not know about this, but I'll probably show you anyways. The new gens might not know this, but probably OGs probably do. It's this thing. It's not. It's one of these. It's down. Not this one. It's down here. The one made by Kita. Kidif, I cannot pronounce his name properly. I'm sorry if I do butcher your name. I'm really apologize for that. You may wear this kit. You may have, but you may wonder what type of mess is this. Well, this is one of the oldest kits out there, honestly. There's like a lot. It's kind of like it's kind of like thinking about it's like your kind of your Eversign RPG, basically like your like think about it as Age Hours if it was made back then. Well, this is what you get. This is like the old one of the oldest RPGs I've used, and it's helped me a lot. It made me make games such as Collide Worlds RPG, Blue's Quest RPG, man, all the OG games I used to make back in like 2014, even before I even started YouTube. Oh wait, no, I couldn't be started YouTube before because my YouTube channel was created back in 2012, and my account for Roblox was created back in 2014. So, but basically when I got started on YouTube, basically. Well, but basically this is before I got started. I got fully started on YouTube and all that stuff. So, but basically, it was maybe wondering why I'm making a video about a kit that was made back in 2014 and it's kind of broken right now. Well, I'll show you why. So basically, about a day ago, he basically released like this kit this oh my god, I'm not sure how to describe it. A revamp concept of remaking his kit, and looking at it, it looks like he kind of just looks like it seems to be a really interesting concept, and I think it might be like he kind of or not like concept is he actually is planning to make it, and yeah, so he never finished it. Apparently, he wanted to improve and revamp the kit, so I'm really excited to see how this goes. So, yeah, so basically, the game from the kit that brought you the classic Legend Bone Sword. Where are games use that kit? That actually, the only one I made you want to think of that is still around to this day is Legend of Bone Sword, and I don't know, but yeah, it actually was a really helpful tool back then, and seeing it now being revamped is really interesting. So, people are quite excited to see it, as you can tell. Which will be really interesting, as you can tell. So, it'll really be like a really interesting type of concept, honestly. So I just kind of want to cover it, and would you guys like to see tutorials on it? If you guys want to see tutorials on it, feel free to let me know. I feel like it'd be interesting to do like a classic RPG style tutorial. I mean, I know one person that did do a tutorial on the Ultimate RPG kit once. That's actually what got me into making RPG kit tutorials in the first place. No, it actually was. No, then there was Fungo Dev. I think Fungo Dev was the one that helped. That was the guy that kind of inspired me to make the Java's RPG tutorials, and then yeah, it goes on for a while, honestly. Yeah, crazy how time flies. But anyways, as you can tell, there's like really like a lot of things that are meant to be changed here, which is really going to be interesting, honestly. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. Additional 15 support, but still compatible with R6, which is definitely going to be worth it. Yeah, I'm not question. There are questions I do want to have. I do have questions for, like if the RPG kit will be, if the RPG kit will still have its classic style, or if it'll be modified a bit more, or are you planning to have more of a classic style to it? Because there are lots of questions to keep in mind. Because the kit is known to have its classic style, and like with like the whole text and gradients and stuff. I mean, right way before the game, the way before Eversign's RPG game was released and all that stuff. So yeah, um, I'm really excited to see how this goes, honestly. And looking at it, he kind of did want to make a UI rescript and stuff because actually, if I pull up the actual kit right now, let me show you how insanely messy it is. So the two major kits that pretty much work nowadays, and well, okay, maybe this one may be a bit buggy, but the main two that are pretty much like that are more so like used nowadays is Ejaw's kit, which is also a bit more, which is also kind of a bit more formatted basically with like this with there like being two folders where all the code's in with modules and context and a script that runs it. So that's really how the code works, by the way. Basically, like it runs the framework, and that's all it requires. And it requires like a script that a module script that basically runs the code and all that stuff. So, and yeah, I think, and I've also, if I'm correct, I think Chrism does the same thing with his kit with Universal. But again, you guys don't know what the hell Universal RPG kit is. It's kind of it's more so of easier to modify type of kit with that that Rhythm has made, and it's a bit out of date, but definitely is worth looking into. Honestly, if you are wanting to make a bit more of a dynamic kit, just keep in mind it is a bit buggy at the moment, so that's kind of why haven't really done tutorials on it recently. So yeah, but these two are pretty well organized, I guess you could say. But AR the RPG started kit on the other hand isn't really as neat. Um, for example, there are scripts in replicate storage, scripts in storage script service, and scripts in storage UI. So yeah, it's really interesting. GUI is going GUI, and yeah, you can clearly tell that it's really hard to. It took me a bit to fix until I got the plugin, which was the kit, which is like the RPG installer, which is, oh my god, that thing helps out a lot honestly. But basically, it's a huge ass like interesting. It's a not huge ass. It's actually a really simple kit that basically like you can basically like install it and like it'll install everything for you. That's what I used back then and all that stuff. So, but yeah, it's yeah, so it's really hard to work with, but basically everything goes in there. So yeah, oh my god, these bring me back so much for so many memories, honestly. With like the armors, the healing pond, the potions, so much. Honestly, it's so crazy to think about that all this was made back in like 2014, 2015, 2017. When was the last time it was actually updated? Oh my god, 2015. That's insane. That's already 10 years ago. God damn, 10 years ago. That is insane to think about. 10 years ago. It might not seem like much many people, but that was a decade ago. This is a decade-old kit that hasn't updated yet until now, which apparently he's gonna be using, or apparently he's gonna be trying to modify. Which, honestly, high props to him. Honestly, I'm shocked that he is still. It shocks me that he would still work on this, but he was still making this. But then again, I mean, a lot of people have made great games with this kit, even though it looks simple, but. It has a lot of I guess nostalgia. I guess what people like about it so much, and I don't blame them. So, yeah, basically, oh my god, yeah. There's a lot here. So, basically, let me show you guys. If you guys want to know how all this works, I'll put it show you for you. I'll show you. So basically, the scripts and start UI go in here. The script and script service go in here. Scripts and archive storage go in here. Let's see here. The shop buttons, they can be moved whenever, honestly, at this rate. Just move them where hell you want. Tools, the start pack goes in here. Yeah, can't be the start pack still used. Items go in here. The items go in like replicate storage, if I'm correct. I think it's replicate storage. I would say so at least. Game properties goes in workspace. Armors go in replicate storage too. So yeah, you can really tell it's quite big on going on here. You also got level door, healing pond, GUIs, replicate storage. Yeah, GUIs. In order for this to work, you gotta put the GUIs in replicate storage. No other folders like that. So it was quite messy back in the day, which I don't really blame them because, like, I mean, Roblox back then was incredibly messy. Like, you had to use modules and models instead of whatchamacallit. You have to use modules instead of you have to use models instead of folders to react to replicate it. Apparently, at one point at one point someone told me that lighting was the only place to store stuff at one point. So that was really the only place you were able to store stuff in the replicate storage source code servers and source stores never existed, which I find really ancient, honestly. So, but then again, old Roblox, that was it, honestly. Old Roblox was way different, way more simplistic than it now is. So, but yeah, I guess that's probably why I like playing classic RPGs. But yeah, the kit currently right now is kind of broken, mainly because like if I went to RPG script, you'll see that there are a lot of things that aren't really needed. Or wait, where is it? Tool persistence. I think tools persistence is what use. Yeah, tool persistence is the stuff that had that were. This is how you had to, or this is how I think this is how RPGs save your stuff. I guess, or was it RPG script? I can't recall honestly. Okay, no. Oh no, load data. Yeah. So basically, loading data. Basically looks like it uses save service or something like that. Like there was another service that people use instead of data stores at one point. Yeah, it was like load stuff, like load boolean, load string. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's whatever, honestly. So yeah, it was really messy. Like Roblox, Roblox's tool persistence was incredibly buggy, and it was really hard to work with stuff. Do you remember when task.wait didn't exist? Oh my god, time flies. Yeah, task.wait is more better than wait. Oh my god, that is insane. Honestly, it's crazy to think that we are living in a more interesting time. We're living in a more. This is just ancient code. It's crazy to think about it, but this is what how the game works back then. It's crazy. So yeah, instead of using data storage, you now have to use It was instead of using data storage, it was like tool. It was like what was it called? Save service or instance service? I don't know, but basically how that's kind of like how it worked. Basically, like tool persist. I don't know what it was called. It was like it was called tool persist data persistence. I'd say I think I don't know honestly. I don't know. Okay, but I remember it used to like it was something else that wasn't data store service, but that's what the game. That's what games used to use. So pretty much at this rate, honestly. So man, time flies. I tell you, it is insane to think about. But yeah, overall, the game really has kind of overall. I mean, overall, it really just shows that like I really don't know what to say. Like, we've come so far in the RPG community. I mean, sure, we still have those classic games and stuff, but I mean, it's only a matter of time before people actually reuse the stuff that on how they want to use it and stuff. But yeah, I know I'm over. I know I'm overdoing it with like the videos and all that stuff, but it's just looking back at it now. I am happy that we have that. This overall, I'm just happy to see that the kid's gonna be getting a new refresh, an update, and all that stuff. I might do a tutorial on it, maybe just for the hell of it, just see what it looks like. Maybe just do my first thoughts on it, but I don't know. Oh, this is Kid Dave for watching, which I doubt you are because I'm kind of busy and stuff. Hi, but I read that honestly. Thank you so much for the memories, honestly. Thank you so much for creating all of this kit for like the memories, and with Legend of Crescendo, Fight the Monster. No, Fight the Monster and use this kit. What was it? One other game that used this kit. The Legend of Fallen Kingdom. God, how can I forget about it? Legend of Bone Sword, Legend of Fallen Kingdom 2, why am I saying Fight the Monsters? There was, oh my god, there's so many memories I remember using with this kit. It is unfathomable. But yes, overall, I am happy to see that this kid's come back. It's really interesting. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this beginning stage out. More thank you guys want, but if you guys want me to take, before I head out, if you guys want to see a tutorial, then please be sure to like and subscribe, and turn on the bell, and all that stuff. So have a good one. Peace out.